What was it that hit your tripwire that you said, hey, I got to do this. I've got to get a news aggregation site up?
Just watching what happens there on social media, Steve, you can see the stories, the Hunter Biden laptop, the Wuhan lab leak theory, and everything that was debunked and all of the nonsense. People were writing about these things. They were real. They were people questioning it. You just never saw it anywhere. Drudge sort of used to be the guy to do that. And when they don't even report on the Durham report, you understand that whether it was a trade of ownership or whatever, they've gone woke. They've decided to please, the corporate overlords and, cash out, make some money, whatever it may be. That's fine. But I was seeing all of these stories, and having lived in some of the stories of the last 5 years, I just needed people to see what was actually out there.
Donald Trump Jr. wants you guys to see what is actually out there. So he is launching this site that's gonna compete with Apple News, Yahoo, Drudge, as you've seen, who is suddenly woke. Again, there's that word again, woke. But if you're skeptical about whether or not Jr. is gonna be doing some big things with this new news collection and distribution site, all you have to do is listen to what he has to say next, because there's a lot of smart people that he's got involved with this. Watch.
We created, me and a couple friends, super MAGA guys, all smart guys, all political, all saw just the dearth of information, the suppression of real information that's out there. I'll never see War Room pop up on social media. If I do, I see 10% of what I would of an equivalent amount of posts from CNN. So we created MXM for a place that people can find the stories that are out there that they're not going to see anywhere else.
Smart MAGA guys and him are coming together to put this site together. Now, okay, as I read through this, I was like, okay, this seems like they're not gonna originate any stories. They're not gonna be doing the writing. They're gonna collect stories that they think their conservative subscribers or people who visit the site would wanna listen or read. I get that. You can do that if you want. Doesn't make any difference to me. But look at some of the details he said, because this is the MXM News app. We created it to help people cut through that clutter and get trustworthy news and information about topics that matter and impact their lives. We view it as an important public service and also believe it'll be a great business. That's where it's going. The app will start as free before looking at ways to make money. Its creators do not currently plan on to recruit their own reporters or to produce original content, as I pointed out. I think that's the saving grace with them so far. At least they'll be sending things to other sites that maybe, hopefully, a few reputable ones. Also, its chief executive is Cliff Sims. He's a former aide to the Trump White House and deputy director of national intelligence. Is this gonna work, Brett?
Yes, it'll work. Yeah. Well, it's definitely gonna work. All of it's worked. Trump himself has more money than the Democrats and the Republicans combined because of exactly this, which really is the motivator behind Trump. He's not a political leader. He is not a politician. He's not someone concerned with policy or legislating. He's just a marketer. Like, that's been explicit since the very beginning of his life, where, like, as much as he says he's behind the art of the deal, he's more behind selling the book, The Art of the Deal, and the Trump game and the Trump branding, which is, he doesn't do buildings. He just sells his name to be on a lot of buildings. So that's what the main part is. And the other thing is, there's a myth, there's a straight up lie Donald Trump Jr. is telling you. He tells you, I'm not gonna see the War Room on Facebook. Like, there's this one page I like to go to, this one Twitter handle called Facebook's Top 10. And just pick a random day, March 23rd. The top 5 Facebook posts on March 23rd. Ready for them? Number 5, Ben Shapiro. Number 4, Ben Shapiro. Number 3, Sean Hannity. Number 2, Steven Crowder. Number 1, Fox News.
If only we had some place where we can get this news.
They lie, they cheat, and it's so, just so you know, this kind of thing is just the latest in an already wildly successful operation. They always talk about how they're censored and this cancel culture, they're victims of it. But like, Fox News is the #1 news network. It's theirs, they have it. It is all a grift. It is all just to get you to go there. And this is in the most Trumpy way. It's always a failure relative to how successful it should be. Like, he owned a casino, Trump did, but he went bankrupt with it. Like, Trump Jr. has got this Truth Social app that he's putting out, and it sucks. It's down 33% this month in terms of the parent company's overall value. They suck more than they should. They're just really good at branding.